Hey guys, Karl-Bohemian Nomad. This is the Bohemian Nomad channel. I'm your host, Carl. Yep, and hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. We're out here at the Loves truck stop, watching the trucks go around, having my half-hour unpaid lunch. So anyway, thought I'd tell you a little bit about me. Because channel, whoa, sorry dudes, channel's gonna change up a little bit here. A little bit about me. I got I wanted to say Thanksgiving. Hope you got to spend it with your family. If you didn't, if you're one of those people that couldn't be with your family on Thanksgiving, I really thanks for doing whatever you're doing that you can't be with your family. Appreciate you. A lot of truck drivers out here couldn't be with their family on Thanksgiving. It's tough, but we're all out here working, and by our work it helps out everybody get what they need. We got 2 adult sons. We didn't spend Thanksgiving with them. They spent time with their family and our grandkids, but we'll be spending time with them soon. We're getting a house that's going to be within a block of my mom's mom, which is our only last parent that's still alive, and then our 2 sons are going to be with us. So we're going to have lots of family time. It's going to be a blast. So I hope everybody else gets to be with their family. So anyway, just a little bit about me is we'll just hang out here and watch the fun. A little bit about me is that I'm a retired attorney of around 33 years. I always wanted to be a truck driver. Even when I went to law school, I was driving to Michigan, back and forth to Illinois. I'd always see the truck drivers, and I got a CB. Even when I was an attorney and I drove on the interstates, I'd have a CB. So I always wanted to do it. The big sneeze came along, and we took the opportunity to retire, me and my wife. My wife went to school to be a school teacher, and she did that for a while. And then she wanted to practice law, so then she went to law school too. So we're both attorneys. And then, like I said, when the big sneeze came along, it was a good time to sidestep right out of that. Plus, when you're in a profession, you can't stay in it forever because, at any one time I'd have 500 to 600 open clients. And if you just pass away while you got all those open clients, that's no good. And people hire you for you. They didn't hire you to have somebody else do their case when you're a solo practitioner. So that way I got to close out all my attorney cases while I was still an attorney. And anyway, so we're pursuing our dream of being a truck driver. It wasn't as simple as I thought it'd be. I thought I'd just go to school and then boom, I'd be driving a truck. Well, it doesn't really work like that. Because with insurance you got to have experience. So I'm about to get my 6 months of experience and figure out what I'm going to do with it. Anyway, like I said with the channel, I started out my channel. I could never do a channel as an attorney because there's just the people that are trolls and stuff. It just wouldn't work. You see it with Life of Vibe still being an RN. I'm sure she's got some issues. And then these other attorneys you see that are doing YouTube channels, they're having problems with it. So anyway, I'd like to be able to speak my mind. So anyway, I started out, after the big sneeze, we sold our condo. We were going to try and live in a camper and downsize to a camper. And it worked and it didn't work. So then we went back to an apartment, and now we're going back to a house. So I don't know, I guess sticks and bricks just has a way of bringing you back. But anyway, so that's what's going on there. And anyway, so I was showing the transition of living in a camper because I always watched the Nomads and Nomadic Fanatic way back when and stuff like that. And so I always wanted to give it a go, and I did give it a go, and I filmed it. and you got to see it was very cozy. And then one of my dogs died, which was a bummer, but we got through that. And then winter came along, and it's pretty rough to live in a camper in the winter when it goes below freezing, or even when it gets pretty darn cold. So anyway, so then we went to an apartment, and then we didn't wind up going back. We wound up staying in the apartment. And then it looks like we're not going to move to Florida. We're going to stay here in Illinois. So then we're going to go back to get a Sticks and Bricks. And we've been trying to buy a Sticks and Bricks for probably about a year. And the place that we go to buy it, where mother-in-law lives, houses come up and they're sold within like a month, if not sooner. In fact, the property that we finally got was only on the market for 3 days, and then we put in an offer and we got it. So if we need to move out and sell, we shouldn't really have a problem, but you never know what the market's going to do. So we should be good there. And anyway, while I was doing this stuff living in a camper, I was watching Sarasota Tim, who lives in a camper, and Sarasota Tim's somewhat problematic. See, now I got to be, he's somewhat problematic, and I went after him. I dissed him in a big way. I dissed Blind Views. I dissed a few people, and it was fun because, you know, I got to say what I thought. But the problem is now I'm going to be working for companies that are publicly traded, maybe Fortune 500 companies, and you really can't be doing that. When you work for a company. And I'm not interested in playing a game and having you, I'm not going to tell you where I'm working, but you'll be able to figure it, people figure it out and stuff like that. So anyway, I can't really have any opinions or an attitude that's disrespectful. So I'm going to have to be upbeat and positive. And the people that I talk about, I'll just be talking about the things that I like, and not talking about the things I don't like. And I'm not going to go into why they're bad. I might just go into why I watch them, the positives of what I watch them for, and let other people do the negatives. There's lots of people out there. I've been watching over Thanksgiving. Lots of people are still telling about how Sarasota Tim is problematic. And so I'll leave that up to other people, but I do apologize that if you tuned into me and you watch me because you like to see how I can use my attorneyness language to take apart or be mean to somebody. I'm not going to be doing that anymore, unfortunately. I'll still have friends that do it, because I can be friends with who I want, but my friends' opinions are not mine. And, you know, like they say, if you don't have anything good to say, maybe you shouldn't say anything at all. Well, that's not what YouTube's all about, really. I understand that. So anyway, I do got some positive things, like we talk about stoicism here, and we can talk about working for a living. I still consider myself retired, even though I'm now working quite a bit. Basically, as an attorney, we built up a nest egg for retirement. We retired a little bit early. I think I was like 58, and wife's younger than that. I can't tell you how old she is. But anyway, so we have a nest egg, but we don't really want to start spending it and traveling around and not doing anything. We'd rather stay working, plus we stay, so we're gonna keep working, and hopefully the goal is our income from working now we just live on, and then what we have in savings just stays in savings, because not me, I don't have longevity in my family, but my wife does. I mean, her lady grandparents and the ladies on her side of the family and her dad's side of the family are all 80 and early 90s before they pass. So I think my wife's gonna need to make sure she's got money in case she lives that long. So I'll do what I can to help out on that. And we're still saving for retirement, even though we are retired. I guess that's kind of weird. And then I got a good I'm gonna have to figure it out, because I got a good part-time trucking job where I could just draw Social Security at 62 and that, or maybe I could be self-employed and draw Social Security, because then it's just on taxable income. So I could do stuff like depreciate the truck relatively quickly and not take the income, things like that. All legal, by the way, no fancy accounting or anything. All legal, taxi waxy ways, because everything's legal. We are not breaking the law. You know, we drive 70 miles an hour, maybe 71, 72, like the dude says, but that's it. We're all safe miles. And so I got safe miles. Oh, I don't know if you noticed a crack on the windshield. That wasn't me, by the way. That wasn't me. No, I'm actually taking this truck to the shop to get that windshield fixed. So, anyway, I appreciate you watching me. If you're gonna stop watching because I'm not ragging on people and being mean, you know, sorry to see you go. But I can't do that anymore, because the way things are going. Because eventually you guys will probably find out where I work, and then you know, if the videos go up to corporate's got to see that it has nothing to do with the company, and I'm not being an unethical jerk on the platform. So I did have fun. It was great while it lasted. If you ever want to see me as an attorney, I got my dog Evie, who's like 13 now, and I'm in my big diesel pusher. My very, very, very earliest videos. In fact, if you go to Sarasota Tim's earliest video, he's got no shirt on, he's really tan, and he's got guns. It's pretty cool. I think I like watching the 2-year-old Sarasota Tim more than I like watching the present Sarasota Tim. I don't think that was too bad, but that's kind of a prelude of where things might go. Probably a channel probably have more trucking involved on it. I don't know if you guys care for trucking or not, hanging out at the truck stop, because this is where we are. But anyway, I love all the friends that I've made on YouTube. That's the best part. You guys in the comments and creators that I'm friends with and everything. That's been a blast. I've really loved that about YouTube. In fact, some guys I used to unload trucks with at Kohl's, there's a guy that lives in Louisiana, and he's up visiting his grandparents for the holidays. And we all unloaded trucks together. So I got a text string coming in where we want to get together and go axe throwing and hang out, because we used to have a blast unloading the trucks at like 4 in the morning over at Kohl's. It's a blast. Oh yeah, and it's the busy season. Ho ho ho! Where I got some gigs coming up, so that'll be fun. Make some extra money there. Yeah. So I try to make sure all my hobbies make a little bit of coin. Especially toward retirement. So if YouTube makes a little coin, Old Man Winter makes a little coin. Now that I'm back into Six and Bricks, I plan to start doing my leather working again. Just in a small space, you got to drag it all out and put it all away. It's not very conducive. But now I'll be able to have a little leather working section where I can just do my leather stuff. So I'll be able to show that to you too, in case you're interested in leather working. That's one of my fun hobbies. And then I do magic too, with the magic. But I'm more of with magic, I'm more of the guy that helps magician work on their stuff rather than do the magician stuff, because magicians we pretty much just go down there and work for tips, and it's really not worth it. I don't know, I just don't find it worth it. And I don't like lying to people, which is what you do as a magician. I don't know why, because as an attorney, you should say you don't have a problem lying. Oh well. So, anyway, this is getting way too long. Just giving you a little heads up, and just still plan on having fun. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not going to be as hateful anymore. I guess I'm not going to be a hater anymore, unfortunately. It was fun being a hater. Oh well, we'll have to see how a channel goes if you're not hating on people. All right. Well, anyway, from Love's Truck Stop, just above Springfield on I-55 on Route 66, it's your host Carl saying goodbye from the Bohemian Nomad channel, Bohemian Nomad channel in the great state of Illinois. We'll see you. Bye. Have a great day.